The following is a paid presentation for Doyle Golf.
He's one of the world's best teachers. Major champions go to him. Golf Digest ranks him in their top 5, and he's a former PGA Teacher of the Year. And now, for the first time, he's invented a training aid that will change the way you practice and, more importantly, change your game forever. Hello, I'm Peter Kessler. Mike Bender is a former PGA Tour player who years ago turned to teaching. He's taught Masters champion Zach Johnson, U.S. Open champion Lee Janzen, and PGA Tour winner Jonathan Bird, and the list goes on. He's traveled the world, teaching and coaching players of all skill levels. But you can only teach so many players one-on-one. The question was, how do you make golfers better on a big scale? So Mike came up with a training aid that's revolutionary. It's called the Benderstik. It's simple, easy to use, and I guarantee it will make you a better golfer.
I've been playing golf for about 40 years, and I've been teaching golf for about 22 years. And the Benderstik is probably the best teaching tool that I've ever used on the driving range.
The Benderstik is simple and easy to use. Just stick it in the ground, in your golf bag, or put it on the stand.
I've practiced for years without any kind of training aid, and I never got better. Sometimes I just felt like I got worse, just reinforcing the wrong thing.
Mike Bender charges $250 an hour for lessons. With the Benderstik, it's like having Mike there all the time.
It's really nice when you're on the driving range and maybe you don't play a great round, that you can just sit there and for about 30 minutes you can just pull out the Benderstik and just put it in the ground, and you can just hit even a half a bucket and you know what you're doing wrong because it just provides you right back with what you're doing.
It's great because it's like having Mike standing there telling you what to do. It's lightweight, take it anywhere. It's lighter than Mike, so.
As a golfer, you've heard it all before. Here's another infomercial that promises to cure my slice, help me hit it longer, make me lose weight. Just kidding about the last one, but this isn't hype, it's fact. The Benderstik is the most versatile training aid you'll ever see. And if you use it, you will be a better golfer. No matter your age, no matter your skill level, you will hit better shots. You will hit the ball farther. You will become a better golfer, guaranteed. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll take golfers just like you, golfers who have never met or worked with Mike Bender. We'll put them through a 5-minute session with the Benderstik, and then watch the results for yourself. You'll be amazed. Now, full disclosure, I've known Mike for years, and I can tell you there's no finer instructor in the game of golf. And when I learned that Mike had invented a training aid that he thought would revolutionize the way people practice and play, well, I had to know more. Joining me now, of course, is Mike Bender. It's so good to be with you, bud.
Thanks, Peter. It's good to be here.
Every recreational player, it seems, has a different kind of a problem. There's so many things that can go wrong in the golf swing. It seems to me, when I work with the Benderstik, it'll identify whatever my issue is, so I'm assuming it's going to identify everybody's issues.
Well, I think it does, and that's the nice thing about it because it's very versatile, but it really works off the premise of negative feedback. So in finding your fault, if you come over the top and you hit the Benderstik and then you make another swing and you come underneath it, and now in a sense you're developing that proper feel or the correct feel. And the fact that it's so versatile, we can use it for so many different things. That's what makes me really excited about the product.
When did you know that you had it right? What tests did you go through? What did you have to prove to yourself and to your recreational students before you knew this is ready for everybody?
Well, I created a lot of different stations to work on one particular aspect of the swing. And the problem with that was it only did one thing, and then I'd have to invent something else or try something else. So this has actually been a long project, and over the years now I've been able to perfect this to where you could just have one training aid that could work on all these different problems based on where you place it.
One of the problems with training aids, in our view, has been, no, this is only a fix for this minute. It's not a fundamental long-term improvement for your swing. My sense is with the Benderstik so far, that I'm making fundamental rather than momentary changes.
Yeah, and I think when you go to play golf, or when an amateur goes to play golf, or any player for that matter, they have to go by feel. And if you have a certain feeling, you want that feeling to be correct. and making the correct motion. And if that feel is the wrong motion, then you're just, you're basically grooving a bad golf swing and you're not really changing anything.
I'm looking forward to seeing you work with players who've never met you before. It's the ultimate test. I'm excited about the Benderstik. I'm excited about being here with you.
Thanks, Peter.
We'll be right back.
Have you spent hours on the range and just don't see any improvement? You love playing golf, but just aren't getting any better? Introducing a breakthrough in golf learning and performance that will change your game forever.
It's ingenious. It's simple to use, simple to understand. It gives you feedback.
Introducing a revolutionary new training device, the Benderstik. Designed by world-renowned instructor Mike Bender, he has invented a training device that will change the way you practice and play golf forever.
After working with the Benderstik, I shot a course record 61 in the first round en route to a 4-shot victory. So I owe thanks to the Benderstik.
Call the number on your screen or log on to Benderstik.com to order the Benderstik for only 2 easy payments of $49.99. Call and order now, and we'll include Mike Bender's Benderstik Training DVD, a $50 value, for free. The offer also includes online instruction to help diagnose your swing faults. There is also a stand available for teaching professionals and indoor users. And if you order the Benderstik in the next 24 hours, the shipping is free.
The impact has been fantastic. It's hard to believe all the years that I practiced without a device like the Benderstik.
I'm a busy guy, and I don't have an hour or 2 hours to go to the range, drive there, come back. And what I love about the Benderstik, I'm either in the living room or in my backyard. I swing it for 20 minutes a day, and it has really helped my game.
Call the number on your screen or log on to Benderstik.com to order the Benderstik for only 2 easy payments of $49.99. Call and order now, and we'll include Mike Bender's Benderstik Training DVD, a $50 value, for free. And if you order the Benderstik in the next 24 hours, the shipping is free. What have you got to lose?
I love it. It gives me feedback when I swing. It's like having my instructor right there with me when I'm practicing.
I got immediate results. It was incredible. I'm ecstatic right now.
Whether you're a 2 or a 32, every golfer wants to get better. But so many of us just sit on the range and beat balls. You wouldn't take your car to a mechanic who doesn't have tools, yet we go to the range and think we can fix our swing with no tools either. We do the same thing over and over again, and then we're surprised when we don't get any better. Why? It's simple. Golfers need feedback. The Benderstik gives you a practice station that produces feedback that immediately tells you if you did the new move correctly or not. It's the easiest and fastest way to create the proper feel that's necessary for taking it from the range to the golf course.
Practice makes permanent. So if you're practicing wrong, you're going to be permanently doing the wrong thing. So I think practicing with the Benderstik helps you practice the right way, and that translates to the course.
Of all the teaching devices, I think it's the one that has the most application. It's easy to understand, and you get immediate feedback that you can then instantly translate into your next swing.
Whether you slice the ball or hook it, whether your swing path is inside or out, the Benderstik can help.
If I don't stay inside to make contact with the ball, I get feedback instantly that I'm over the top. So I can be effective with every swing that I'm taking.
Now, it's easy to make big claims. Every product and gadget, it seems, promises to cure your slice, help you hit it farther. We've all heard it. But instead of talking about how the Benderstik will make you better, we want to show you. We took 3 golfers and put them through a 5-minute session with Mike Bender and the Benderstik. None of these players has ever met Mike, and none of these players was paid to be a part of this. Take a look.
Rick's problem is that his hip is swaying to the right, causing a reverse pivot, which results in an over-the-top steep angle across the ball, causing a slice.
Hey Rick, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Good. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your game? What kind of things on the golf course do you feel like you struggle with?
Well, I tend to block the ball and I push everything to the right. It's like I'm not finishing But you can see my divots are coming across.
Yeah,
and
they're a little bit more out to end, a little steep, right? You can kind of bury a
Look how
small
deep that
animal
is.
in there. Okay.
It's horrible.
All right, so in order to get that club coming in from the right angle, you got to turn your body properly. Right now, your right hip is moving to the right and your shoulders are going down. It's called a reverse pivot. Okay, so you have a little bit of a reverse pivot, kind of makes your arms go high, and then from there, it's very difficult to come down properly, so you end up coming down kind of steep. That's where these deep divots are coming from. You don't want to break your ankle there. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to use as a tool here, it's called the Benderstik. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this over on your right hip, okay? And what I'm going to do is just stick it in the ground. I'm going to move this right against your hip. So can you feel that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Now what I want you to do is in your backswing, watch me here, I want you to make sure that as you turn, your hip actually goes away from that thing, and you're going to feel like your upper body kind of leans over the top of it. Okay, yep, so your upper body is going to lean over the top of that thing, and you're going to try to gap away as much as you can. So really feel that hip move away and the upper body kind of go behind. That's it. Now swing right on through. Awesome. Nice job.
Wow, that felt a lot better.
That felt better?
Yeah, that's incredible.
Okay,
a
well,
lot better.
All right, now the key is with a ball, right?
Okay.
Practice swings are cheap, okay? Here we go. Okay, so that's normal though, right? The reason you hit that thin, that's the opposite of that deep divot, isn't it?
Yes, yes,
okay,
it is.
so what you've done now by getting your body in a better position is you're coming into the ball on a shallower angle.
Okay.
You're not used to that, so we got to do more of these, okay?
You got it.
The key is repetition. You can go ahead and adjust it right to your hip. Okay, don't move into it, just adjust it to you. That's why it bends.
Perfect.
And I want you to get your hips to go the opposite way and your upper body to lean over the top of it. Awesome.
Oh, that's a lot better.
You see the ball have a little draw to it?
Yeah, it sure did. It actually went where I was pointing.
And the other thing is that it's an awful thin. You didn't dig a big hole
no
there.
divot at all. Just a slight divot, but the contact with the ball is a lot better.
And you know, the key is to this is being able to recreate this every time you practice when I'm not here. It's kind of easy if I'm standing here, but now you have a way of getting some feedback. As long as you know you're gapping away from that thing, you're going to get into a better position every time. And it's just going to be a matter of time before it becomes feel for you on the golf course.
It's great. It's like my own little personal instructor.
That's
I can
it.
carry along in my bag.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
Okay.
It's great.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I
Good
appreciate
job.
it.
Good
Thanks.
job.
Appreciate it.
After less than 4 minutes with the Benderstik, Rick stopped swaying, resulting in a better turn with the upper body, which created a shallower and more from the inside downswing, resulting in a first-time draw.
When I swung and hit that ball flight was amazing. I never have put a draw on my ball before. And it was really nice. It was a great change, and I can't wait to go out and apply what I've learned with using the Benderstik. It's incredible.
Have you spent hours on the range and just don't see any improvement? You love playing golf, but just aren't getting any better? Introducing a breakthrough in golf learning and performance that will change your game forever.
It's ingenious. It's simple to use, simple to understand. It gives you feedback.
Introducing a revolutionary new training device, the Benderstik. Designed by world-renowned instructor Mike Bender, he has invented a training device that will change the way you practice and play golf forever.
After working with the Benderstik, I shot a course record 61 in the first round en route to a 4-shot victory. So I owe thanks to the Benderstik.
Call the number on your screen or log on to Benderstik.com to order the Benderstik for only 2 easy payments of $49.99. Call and order now, and we'll include Mike Bender's Benderstik Training DVD, a $50 value, for free. The offer also includes online instruction to help diagnose your swing faults. There is also a stand available for teaching professionals and indoor users. And if you order the Benderstik in the next 24 hours, the shipping is free.
The impact has been fantastic. It's hard to believe all the years that I practiced without a device like the Benderstik.
You know, I'm a busy guy, and I don't have an hour or 2 hours to go to the range, drive there, come back. And what I love about the Benderstik, I'm either in the living room or in my backyard. I swing it for 20 minutes a day, and it has really helped my game.
Call the number on your screen or log on to Benderstik.com to order the Benderstik for only 2 easy payments of $49.99. Call and order now, and we'll include Mike Bender's Benderstik Training DVD, a $50 value, for free. And if you order the Benderstik in the next 24 hours, the shipping is free. What have you got to lose?
I love it. It gives me feedback when I swing. It's like having my instructor right there with me when I'm practicing.
I got immediate results. It was incredible. I'm ecstatic right now.
Tusi's problem is on the follow-through. His hands go too far to the left too early, causing him to pull the ball, commonly referred to as the chicken wing.
Hey, Tusi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good to see you. What misses do you seem to have?
Typically, I hit left.
Okay, I think you have a great swing. I think your backswing's in a really nice position. You actually start down in your transition pretty good, but down at the bottom, this left shoulder wants to really keep clearing to the left. And what that's doing is that's dragging your hands, and as you release, I think you get some pull shots that way.
That's exactly right.
So what I have here is I've got a tool, it's called the Benderstik. And the neat part about this is we can adjust it a lot of ways. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come around behind, and one of the things in working on your golf swing, exaggeration is a key to fast improvement, okay? So I'm gonna stick this kind of right off your toe line like this, okay? And I want you to swing through and just fold up without hitting the Benderstik. Nice job. Okay, so
wow.
You see the,
okay,
see that. So there's the feedback, right?
Right.
Okay, so that time it shows you how much that's ingrained, okay? Now we're gonna do it again, same soft swing, and we're gonna keep trying to avoid the stick, yep. Nice job. So what feels different than your normal swing?
I feel like I'm staying parallel to where I'm swinging a lot more. I'm not opening up.
Right, so you probably feel a lot more army, don't you?
Yeah.
You probably feel, okay, because you're used to that body kind of pulling everything around.
Oh yeah.
Nice job though. And you see where that ball started?
Right.
Okay.
Right of center.
It doesn't feel like you could go left, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Nice job that time. Nice and easy, same thing, folding right up. Good job. We're gonna hit one more and then I'm gonna leave you to practice.
Okay.
Okay? But the thing is, if this wasn't here, you wouldn't know whether you're doing it right or not.
That's important.
And that is important because that's gonna give you quality versus quantity. And if you're not practicing with feedback, you're basically just getting exercise. Nice job, really good.
Well, that was a lot better right there.
A lot better. You bumped it a little bit, but way better. Before you would have knocked it out of the ground like you did that one time. Now you start feeling it. Thanks so much for helping me.
Thank you.
That was great.
After less than 6 minutes, Tusi changed his hand path from too far to the left, resulting in the chicken wing and pulled shots, to better extension with his arms and hands, resulting in no pulled shots to the left.
I was pretty amazed at the difference it made in such a short period of time. As a professor of teaching and learning instructional design, there's very few things we agree on. Two things we agree on in our field is time on task and feedback is necessary for learning. And the Benderstik just gave me the feedback immediately that I needed to correct my swing.
The Benderstik is simple and easy to use. Just stick it in the ground, in your golf bag, or put it on the stand.
I've practiced for years without any kind of training aid, and I never got better. Sometimes I just felt like I got worse, just reinforcing the wrong thing.
It's really nice when you're on the driving range and maybe you don't play a great round, that you can just pull out the Benderstik, put it in the ground, and you can just hit even a half a bucket and you know what you're doing wrong because it just provides you right back of what you're doing.
It's great because it's like having Mike standing there telling you what to do.
What makes the Benderstik so effective is it emphasizes the principle of negative feedback. What's negative feedback? Well, you touch a hot stove, you get burned, you quickly learn not to touch a hot stove again. That's negative feedback. The Benderstik works the same way. You place the Benderstik in position, let's say to avoid swaying on your backswing and robbing yourself of power. If you bump into the Benderstik, you immediately know you're swaying back. That's negative feedback. Placing an object in a spot and avoiding it is absolutely one of the fastest ways to learn the correct feel and turn it into a new motor program in the brain. Over the years, I've interviewed hundreds of the game's biggest and best, from Nicklaus to Palmer, Tiger, Phil. I've taken lessons from the world's best teachers, and no one, I mean no one, is more knowledgeable about how to make golfers better than Mike Bender. Back with Mike Bender, of course. Mike, Jack Nicklaus said to me once that after a round of golf, he would hit maybe 3 golf balls to emphasize quality of practice over quantity of practice. The Benderstik does the same thing. It emphasizes quality over quantity. Show me how.
Well, no question. I think it saves time for that purpose, you know. So, I mean, if you just take the common problem of players who get to the top and then they come over the top and slice the ball. I mean, it's really common. If I just take the stick and I just stick it in the ground, bend it over to work on and get it set up to where it's in a position where if my hands moved over the top, I'm gonna get that instant feedback. So I'll just demonstrate here. If I just take a ball out, I'll tee it up, set it right in, and if I make some practice swings where I get my hand path coming down more from the inside, I'll go ahead and hit one. Okay, so it gives me immediate feedback, again, if I do it right. After all, it's about correct repetition. You know, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect, as we've all heard. So this is going to give you that feedback for something simple as working on your hand plane coming into the ball from the right angle.
The most thrilling shot in golf is still the long, straight drive. Show me how to get more power so that all of us can hit longer, straighter drives using the Benderstik.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, sometimes we tend to think that, you know, you got to work on something in your backswing or your downswing, but a lot of times working on the follow-through side is actually going to help that. Now, to get more distance, players need to come in from the proper angle, which I was just demonstrating. But also, if I stick this here out in front of me, and this is going to be a bit of an exaggeration because we're going to want to try to exaggerate that over-the-top move where they do this. If I put the stick in place here and now swing through and fold up, and I try to get my wrist and arms to fold very quickly, number one, that's going to help crack the whip, just like when you snap a towel. You know, there's a braking motion there, as opposed to players when they slice, they keep the shoulders going, and then this gives automatic feedback. So if I hit some balls and I make some swings, and I swing through and I learn to start folding up, that gives me that extension. That starts to give me a whip, much like the boat in the water skier. When the boat makes a sharp corner, it whips it around, the skier. If I pull back in like this and fold up, I actually increase my club head speed a lot.
I'm going to hit it farther, and I love the little drill of the recock immediately as opposed to moving everything down the line. Really enjoyed that. Hope you did too.
Just amazing. The improvements I made in 5 minutes, short period of time, was just incredible.
The Benderstik is part of a comprehensive system that helps you understand and diagnose your swing and provides physical feedback to help you learn the proper technique to improve your swing.
I have a tendency to sway, and what the Benderstik has done for me is really allowed me to get instant feedback to show me how to keep my head still.
You just get it immediately. If you're doing it wrong, you don't. It's like having Mike there to tell you you're over the top, you're not inside. It's beautiful.
Horatio's problem is on the downswing. His upper body moves forward excessively, thereby robbing him of solid contact and loss of distance.
Horatio, how are you?
Good, how are you?
How you doing? Good. Was that a typical shot for you?
Typical miss.
What I see that you do is in your downswing, I see your upper body kind of lunge toward the ball, okay? Your head moves forward, and what that does is that gets your hands ahead so the club head can't catch up. So that's why you'll hit them thin, because you actually move the bottom of your swing forward and the face is open, so you hit those shots. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna use a tool here, okay? It's called the Benderstik, and I'm gonna stick this in the ground, all right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it right in front of your ear, so you can kind of bend it in right there. Now in a normal golf swing, you'd stay behind it to about up here, and then you'd move a little forward. But what I want you to do, because you already do that too much, I want you just to fold up your arms, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now, I know you were looking down, but that ball had a nice draw to it. Okay, you still picked it a little thin, but that was a beautiful shape, okay? All right, so let's do a couple more here. So what does that feel like to you?
Well, it's making me stay in back of the ball, and I'm coming from the inside, so I'm shallowed out my swing.
Yeah, you can feel that, right?
That's what it feels like.
Okay. So here's the thing, like if we practice with this and you keep doing this, it's gonna keep you behind the ball in the downswing until impact, which is what we need to do in the golf swing. Then we'll take it away and see if you can keep your head back and keep that same feel going, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good job. Nice straight shot again with a little draw. Okay, now I'm gonna just bend this out of the way because it's good in a practice station to do some drills like this and then try it without it. And so you can see if you can keep the feel going, okay? So let's see you hit this one again. Try to keep your head back. Imagine the ball's still there, okay? Nice shot. Good swing.
Wow, that was beautiful.
That was good, wasn't it?
Perfect.
And the height was a lot better.
It just makes it easy.
Well, the key is in how you practice. If you practice with this, now we go back and we do a few more and then back and forth like this, then you're practicing quality versus quantity.
Yeah.
Thanks a bunch.
Makes total sense.
Nice
Thank you very much.
Yeah, nice going.
Awesome.
After less than 5 minutes with Horatio using the Benderstik for feedback, he keeps his head in the same position as address, which leads to improved contact, consistency, and more distance.
This felt great. The last, I believe, 6 shots that I hit, every single one of them was flushed. And that's why we're out here playing the game. It'll be in my bag, believe you me.
Have you spent hours on the range and just don't see any improvement? You love playing golf, but just aren't getting any better? Introducing a breakthrough in golf learning and performance that will change your game forever.
It's ingenious. It's simple to use, simple to understand. It gives you feedback.
Introducing a revolutionary new training device, the Benderstik. Designed by world-renowned instructor Mike Bender, he has invented a training device that will change the way you practice and play golf forever.
After working with the Benderstik, I shot a course record 61 in the first round en route to a 4-shot victory. So I owe thanks to the Benderstik.
Call the number on your screen or log on to Benderstik.com to order the Benderstik for only 2 easy payments of $49.99. Call and order now, and we'll include Mike Bender's Benderstik Training DVD, a $50 value, for free. The offer also includes online instruction to help diagnose your swing faults. There is also a stand available for teaching professionals and indoor users. And if you order the Benderstik in the next 24 hours, the shipping is free.
The impact has been fantastic. It's hard to believe all the years that I practiced without a device like the Benderstik.
You know, I'm a busy guy, and I don't have an hour or 2 hours to go to the range, drive there, come back. And what I love about the Benderstik, I'm either in the living room or in my backyard. I swing it for 20 minutes a day, and it has really helped my game.
Call the number on your screen or log on to Benderstik.com to order the Benderstik for only 2 easy payments of $49.99. Call and order now, and we'll include Mike Bender's Benderstik Training DVD, a $50 value, for free. And if you order the Benderstik in the next 24 hours, the shipping is free. What have you got to lose?
I love it. It gives me feedback when I swing. It's like having my instructor right there with me when I'm practicing.
I got immediate results. It was incredible. I'm ecstatic right now.
This has been a paid presentation for Doyle Golf.